Congratulations, Arnav, on your success in CLAT 2021. You've secured an All India rank of 81. That is phenomenal. Being in the top
Thank you,
100
sir.
is something that gives me great pleasure, and you would immensely feel extremely happy with your success.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
perfect, Arnav. Sort of to begin with, can you tell me something about yourself in brief, in general? Something about yourself?
Sir, yes, sir. I am Arnav Bhatnagar and I passed my class 12 from Loyola School, Jamshedpur. In CLAT 2021, I got All India rank of 81 with a score of 103.75. So that's about me. My passions are music. I play 3 instruments, and then, of course, I love reading. So these are my passions.
So, how many books do you read in a year, roughly?
So in a year before 11th and 12th, I did used to read a book a month. So
Okay.
it took me around a month to finish a good book.
Okay.
So with studies, obviously.
Perfect. Perfect. So, did that help you in your CLAT? Because CLAT technically is a reader's paper. So, did those reading skills
Yes,
help
sir,
you in
you're
your CLAT?
absolutely right.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes, sir. Reading really helped me.
Hmm. And what made you decide on law as a career? What is your fascination for
Sir,
law?
I
What
had
do you
made
see
up.
yourself? Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, sir. I had made up my mind in class 10th itself that I want to do law and I want to get into the best law college in the country. So I started my preparation from class 11th itself, and that's how I wanted to do law. Plus, it's an upcoming field. It's very lucrative now. It's much in demand. So that's why I thought that I get into law colleges. So
And once you become a lawyer, uh, what is the something that you are looking at?
once I become a lawyer, I'm aiming for higher studies and maybe appearing for the UPSC exams. So that is one step where I can utilize my law degree.
Perfect, perfect. So best of luck on all your future career endeavors. Like in CLAT, I believe you will succeed in all your future career endeavors. Perfect, Ardab. Now, you
Thank you,
have been
sir.
a class 12 student. You have been a class 12 student, and boards, they have been continuously being postponed. So how did you manage your class
Yes,
11th,
sir.
12th, and your class 10th, and your CLAT preparation?
Frankly, I was not very worried about the boards. And if anyone is getting more than 70 or 80, that's enough. Like for class 12 boards right now, if you're appearing for CLAT, so CLAT holds more weightage than the class 12 board marks. Uh, class in CLAT, they only ask you to get about 45%.
Hmm. Arnav, you are visible now.
Yes, sir, I thought we lost connection.
So you
Yes,
can.
sir. So I was saying,
Hmm.
yes. So I was saying that if someone is able to get 70 or 80% marks, then his or her focus should be more on preparing for CLAT. Because if you want to get into a top NLU, then CLAT would hold more weightage when compared to the class 12 boards. Now, of course, if someone is not able to get good marks in class 12 boards, then he should first focus on class 12 and then simultaneously prepare for CLAT. In my case, I did not really study that much for class 12 boards. I did appear for my pre-boards and I got decently good marks. So even this year, when the assessment method was changed, I got around 91% in class 12 boards. So that was fine by me.
Okay, so how did
That's it.
you structure your entire, let's say, any a general day of your life? How did you structure your class 12 studies and CLAT preparation?
class 12 studies. Now, as I was saying, I did put the class 12 studies on the back for a while. So when I was appearing for my pre-boards, then I focused more on preparing for class 12. But on the other days, I did prepare for CLAT more than I did for class 12. For class 12, whatever was being taught to us, of course, the studies were going online. So whatever was being taught to us, I revised that for an hour or two, and then I focused to CLAT preparations. So I had my classes for about 1 hour or 2 hour at maximum, and then I did other CLAT preparation. For example, I gave mocks and other uh, important like such as GK. Current affairs was very important to study regularly. That's how I structured my day. I studied about 7 to 8 hours for class 12th, including all the classes. And then the rest of the time I did my CLAT preparation.
Perfect, Arnav. Now, are you satisfied with your score? What could you have done a bit extra so that you could have fetched more marks?
Yes, I'm satisfied with my score. In fact, I'm really happy. I did not expect that much with a score of 103.75. Of course, I could have done better. I lost 6 marks due to negative marking. So that I could have, if I could have saved those 6 marks, then I would have really jumped up. So I'm really happy about the score. But yes, I could have perfected my GK, and the logical was, I could have done logical a bit better. Maths was okay. In fact, the question paper this year in maths, the questions were factually incorrect, but I got the answers and they counted it. Consortium counted those answers, so I got those marks as well. But yes, GK was problematic for me.
Okay, so a few marks could have been scored more in GK, is what you feel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, how was your, whether you studied at Career Launcher for almost 2 years? So how was
Yes,
your
sir.
classroom experience at Career Launcher?
The career launch at Jamshedpur, the classes were very fantastic. And in your guidance, of course, English and logical reasoning were taken care of. And even in legal, the teachers that taught us, Amrita ma'am and then Kavi sir, all of them were very helpful, and they helped me a lot in my preparation. Uh, I studied 1 year online due to the COVID pandemic, and this 1 year, of course, classes could not be held physically, but even online, everything was fantastic. We had regular classes, and and we gave mocks, we did mock analysis. All these were very interesting, and they really contributed to my success.
Okay. Now, one thing very, very important where I find a lot of students going wrong is actually taking mocks.
Yes,
What
sir.
would be your advice to future CLAT aspirants on the importance of mocks and how regularly should they be taking the mocks?
Sir, mocks are very, very, very important. Like, I cannot say more about this. They're really important. When you're giving mocks, you get to know so much about the paper. You are able to decide on the time management. For example, if I hadn't given mocks, I would not have been able to complete the paper on time. I would have left about 50 or 60 questions. So when you are giving mocks, my advice to my juniors would be that if you are giving mocks, play around with the mocks a bit. Check out what works best for you. For example, for me, when I started giving mocks, I did one section first and then I did the other. But then I found out that that way does not work best for me. And then I thought that what if I do maths first and then I do GK? So that's how, when you're playing around with mocks, you get to know a lot about how you can manage your time best. And about the questions, mock questions are really important. And the when I was giving my actual CLAT exam, it felt just like a mock examination. So that way it was, mocks are really, really important. And as important as giving mocks is the analysis of mocks. When you are analyzing your mocks, you get to know where you went wrong or what you could have done better or what question you would have left that would have fetched you more marks. So that ways mocks are really important.
Perfect. Um, like this year, if I have to take the CLAT paper, almost 30 passages to read for
Yes,
the.
sir.
Matlab,
Yes, sir.
what would your advice be to any future career aspirant as to how to go about with their preparation for CLAT, and what are the areas that they need to look at in order to improve on the CLAT preparation?
Okay, so for this question, I will go section wise. For example, first section is English. Now, English and reading comprehension, you need to read a lot. You need to read a lot every day. You need to read the newspapers. About reading 2, 3 articles would not do. You need to read a lot more than just 2, 3 articles. Then, along with newspapers, you need to read online articles if you have online articles. But reading is very, very important. You increase your reading speed when you are reading articles, and along with reading articles, you also need to comprehend those articles properly. For example, reading comprehension in the paper, many of the passages were taken from different newspapers and different articles and different websites. So when you are reading these websites, you get in touch with what kind of passages will come, and then when you comprehend those passages, you answer questions based on them, such as what assumptions are being taken or what can we conclude from them. So these help a lot in CLAT mocks and the actual CLAT exam. For GK, I would suggest read daily, read the news daily. Now that's what I missed on or what I could have done better. I did not start my preparation. I took GK a bit, what should I say? I went lax in GK in the beginning, and so that's what my suggestion is, to keep studying GK daily and to revise those daily news weekly or monthly once. So that really helps. For legal reasoning, uh, obviously now classes are there. Classes, you need to have a basic understanding of what passages are being given or what passages are talking about. But even if you don't have a very good understanding of legal reasoning, the passages in legal reasoning are just like any other logical reasoning passage. So that ways, basic knowledge in legal awareness helps, but one can do without legal awareness in this kind of paper, because the passages were taken from news or various websites such as Live Law and such. For logical reasoning, again, logical reasoning and English comprehension are basically the same thing. You get the same kind of passages and the same kind of questions, like what is the main theme of the passage, or what assumptions are being taken into account by the author. Finally, maths, my suggestion is first concentrate on the other 4 aspects of the paper. And then when you are done with them, then then shift your focus to quantitative techniques. And then when you're doing quantitative techniques, uh, plan to complete the 15 questions in about 15 minutes. You will not be able to do all the 15 questions, but maximum of the questions will be done, and focuses mainly on percentages and ratio proportions and uh, this mensuration. So these 3 topics are very important. So that's how I went about my paper.
Okay, GK is one section that you said. So, what were the sources that you used for your GK preparation, Arnav? One is to newspaper. Other than daily reading
So
newspapers, Manthan was there from Career
yes,
Logic. And apart from that,
yes
anything
sir,
else
yes sir.
that you looked at?
Yes, I did look at the monthly review, the Hindu review uh, that they publish every month. Every month they publish the Hindu review. So and they have all the current affairs of the month in short. So I did look at that. Plus, the monthans were very helpful. The monthans weekly and monthly, and then of course the daily news that I saw on the Aspiration website, and the newspapers, of course.
Perfect, Arnav. Perfect. That would be good suggestions for anyone who listens to you from here on, and they would definitely be inspired by your story. And I believe a lot of
Thank you,
youngsters,
sir.
like from your school and others, have been receiving calls for the last 4 days. Ki, sir, can you tell us how Arnav did it? So this is
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm going to show them. Ki, this is how Arnav has done it, and possibly this is a very good way forward for you also to take it, because for the next year onwards, mocks are starting now.
Yes,
So
sir.
this video actually helps them understand the importance of mocks, because what I find at many of the times, many students, the first thing that they stop doing is taking the mocks.
Yes, sir.
If I'm serious about CLAT, would definitely take your advice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mocks are definitely one of the main reasons for getting a good rank in CLAT. And like mocks, so I can't even say how important they are.
And what is the first thing that you would be doing once you get into a law school? मतलब नालसा हैदराबाद और हाँ नालसा हैदराबाद. So what is your plan? Let's say imagination कि ठीक है नालसा हैदराबाद पहुंच गया, पहला काम क्या करेगी नालसा हैदराबाद में?
सर पहला काम तो क्लास ही अटेंड करूंगा. ऑनलाइन क्लासेस विल बी commencing from 16th of August online. So after getting into NALSAT, the first thing would be to attend online classes.
You should be. I think 2022 you should see offline classes, but 2021 definitely yes. Online classes would be a reality. So
Yes, sir.
once you get into Hyderabad, a lot of things can be planned with new friends and possibly in a new environment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Arnav, thank you. It was wonderful interacting with you. Okay, wishing you
Thank you, sir.
very much success in all your future career endeavors, and we'll stay connected in the times to come.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you for
Arnav.
your good wishes. Yes, sir.